This one is thanks really to Ringo Simpkins, who gave me this tip on his website about how to clean figures, plastic figures that had been pre-painted by somebody, some youth who was going a bit over exuberant with the enamel paint. Because I inherited a box of soldiers a few years ago, and there was quite a few Airfix guys in there, but of course somebody had partially painted the, the hats and the jackets and boots and left the rest yellow, so they looked absolutely stunning, as you can well imagine. So I thought I'd not leave them to suffer forever, and was trying to figure out how to clean the paint off, and I thought about terps and meths and toothbrushes and combinations of those, when I just happened on Ringo's site where he mentions using this stuff, and it really does do the job. It's got to be the one with the, what's it called, the chlorozenol, I imagine you'd pronounce it that way eventually. So you can see I've used virtually the whole bottle on them because I had quite a few figures to do. So what I'm going to show you is the results. So this is the guys. These are the British Waterloo Hussars. I've got 2 sets of these because I counted them up. You see there's still a few little bits of paint in the crevices, but that'll come out. So what I did was I left them, as Ringo quite rightly says, stick them in Dettol for a long time. So these have been steeping, good Geordie word that, steeping, for at least 2 weeks. I mean, it probably were okay after about a week, I would have thought, but I've left them for over 2 weeks just to get a thorough job, and the paint just starts to fall off after a while. But bear in mind all these were more or less fully painted in enamels, and it hasn't damaged them in any way. They've come up rather well, I think. Almost good as new, most of them. A few little bits that'll probably come off if I get the toothbrush out. You can, when I come to doing the priming in the PVA glue stage, then I'll make sure I've got all those loose bits off. There's also a couple of cuirassiers in here somewhere, if I can find them. There was at least one. Oh, there he is. So he's come out okay as well. The drummer I always liked as a kid, and as you can see I've got 2 sets because I've got two drummers there. I've got all the horses as well, so I've got to do those next because the saddles have been painted on them but nothing else. So I need to get some more Dettol. I was going to keep the Dettol, but the thing is, it's been up in my loft for the last 2.5 weeks and it gets very hot up here. We're talking sometimes up to about 110, 120 degrees in here in centigrade. I haven't got a clue what Fahrenheit is. I really do not. I always work in centigrade, being old school. Inches as well, none of this newfangled. Just realised I've probably got the best part of 3 sets in here. There should be 12 in a set, and I've got 3 drummers, and yeah, I've inherited quite a few here. The reason I stopped recording there was because I ran out of this. Yeah, this camera is such an old camera, it still uses tape. However, it does the job, and the other thing that's good about it is it didn't cost me a penny because I inherited it from work when we replaced this one with a load of hard disk cameras. So rather than throw it in the bin or the skip. Being the IP manager at work, I got to inherit it, and it's a lot nicer than spending 300 or 400 quid or more on a new camera, and it's fine. Okay, so that's what I've got to do with these lots. So thanks very much for that really useful tip, Ringo. These are all going to be good as new and reborn as the Hussars. The other good thing about these figures is, as well, I'm actually short of officers, because you have to buy specific officer sets. Sometimes if they don't, you know, you usually have one, but that doesn't provide you with generals and lieutenants and all the other assorted guys that you want dotted around the field, issuing commands, aides to camp, all of that lot. So, because I was so short of them, I decided to buy this lot, which is the Zvezda, comrade. 172 French Napoleonic HQ stuff. This cost me about £11.50, I think, on Amazon. But you've got to have officers, haven't you? So these are the guys that you get, and they look very nice. Louis Alexandre Berthier is the guy sitting at the table, and he was the administrative chief of the French army. So it's quite nice to get him. He can sit in a Waterloo farmhouse or fort or fortification or wherever, or somewhere on the field if you so desire. And you get 4 Swiss guards that come with them as well. 1 staff officer, 2 adjutants, 2 adjutants of brigadier general. So yeah, quite a few nice figures in there, and provides me with a fair few French officers, which was the point. Okay, so I just thought I'd mention that. Bye.